Hey guys, so today I want to invite you to an upcoming webinar series we have called The Movement Revolution. And what we're going to be going into is why we think we need a movement revolution. And maybe you guys agree with us. You see, we live in a time when we have epidemic rates of obesity, we have epidemic rates of diabetes, we have enormous health problems. And this is all despite the fact that we have an incredibly huge fitness industry. We're spending all this money and we're achieving results that are the worst that we've ever seen in human history. So we think we need to do something different. And we think when we start understanding movement as nutrition, when we start understanding movement from a natural movement perspective, from an evolutionary perspective, and when we start understanding movement as it relates to the overall project of how we create meaning in life, that we're going to be able to create something much more robust that will give people the health results they're looking for, but also contribute to living a more meaningful and full life. So we're really excited to share this with you guys. And over the next 2 weeks, we're going to do 4 live webinars. So the first one's going to be about the natural movement perspective and how natural movements are to the way that we nourish our body through movement as, hey Zager, as whole foods are to the way that we nourish our body through food. So what does it look like to have a whole food movement diet? So that's going to be the first topic. We're going to be looking at how we get better motivation, how we nourish our body better, how we get more out of our physical practice. Our second one is going to be looking at movement in the context of a broader meaning crisis. We think that movement doesn't just help you physiologically, it helps you mentally and emotionally. It helps place you in the world, and it helps you attune yourself to the world. And it's actually a major part of how we can help overcome this crisis of meaning that my friend John Vervaeke has talked about. We can do much better than we are in helping people find meaning in life, and movement can be a massive part of that. So I want to go into that and what that looks like, and that'll be our second webinar. So once we establish those two things, we're going to be looking at what that roadmap looks like. You know, where are you going once you take these things on? How do you blend them together? How do you grow through the movement practice? So we're going to be looking at a roadmap to a more meaningful movement practice, which will be our third webinar. And then our last webinar, we're going to be looking at how do we get started on this journey? Where do we go from here? If you've accepted these ideas, if you're excited about the movement revolution, well, what's the pragmatic steps to take next? So those are the 4 webinars that we've got coming up. We're really excited to have you guys. For those of you who joined us for the Embodied Movement Summit, that was such an amazing thing to see so many people who've had so much engagement from that. And we're really excited to share kind of our synthesis of these ideas, what we think is the answer to the questions that we asked at that summit and that we had so many people come into. So if you're really excited about what we shared, make sure to join us as we go forward with the movement revolution. Thank you, and talk soon.